Time to crack one through the covers. It's the Run Home Cricket Update.
Largest 4, he faces up, he pulls, whipped across the line and hammered it out to the boundary for 4. Bumrah bowls, Khawaja beaten, nicked, out. Bowls round the wicket to him and head, flicks it through the onside, past mid-wicket. There'll be at least 2, that'll be the ton, and he'll get the chance to celebrate again. It's back-to-back centuries for Australia's most popular cricketer. The Gabba absolutely love it. Smith on 99. Akash deep to him here, and Smith turns behind square. There it is. He takes his helmet off, looks towards the dressing room, takes a moment to compose himself, and celebrates. Into Smith, delivers here, and Smith edges and taken it first slip. Smith's magnificent innings of 101 comes to an end. Bumrah resumes his battle with Head, who drives, nicks, and he's out. Pant takes the catch, flying to his left. Bumrah's got 5. Full and swinging straight away. Stack close to the stumps, bowls here, leg stump line, straight to square leg. Taken by Mitchell Marsh. Stark gets Jasprit's second ball. Digs in, bounce him. Jadeja goes after it. Mitchell Marsh is in play. Great diving catch. Came up at deep square, propelled forwards. And again, the big man flies.
Mitch Marsh, the bison, roaming out in the prairie. He just decided.
Bumrah around the wicket as he bowls to Khawaja. Bowled him straight through him.
Wow, wait.
To Labuschagne, edges and out into the gloves of Parts. Akash bowls under edge. He's caught behind as well. Another terrible shot. Marsh facing Akash, and he plays behind. He's caught behind. Akash deep's done it again. Australia are collapsing. They're 4 for 28. He stays at home down the leg side. Is he caught behind? He is. It gets worse for the Aussies. They're 5 for 33.
Ah, yes, there's the dulcet tones of Gerard Whateley and Adam Collins. Don't forget, you can catch them and the whole SEN cricket team for every ball of the 4th test between the Aussies and India live from the SCG. Boxing Day, the coverage will start from 9 a.m. Philpy, series tied. 1-1 still.
Hey, shout out to the commentators, because there was a lot of rain delays and a lot of breaks, and I love listening to the commentary when those times, because just listening to commentators have to feel and feel and feel and feel, and you can tell by the end of it they're like, just hurry up and get the covers off the pitch. But it was frustrating. You know why? Mainly because it started off so well for us. To double hundreds, felt like an age ago. Looked like we were in a very good position, and then the rain left, and then by the end of the test, all of a sudden it looked like we were in a bit of trouble. I was down end of school festivities
yesterday, wasn't it?
In the park, and dads were scurrying, cracking beers, going, "Have you seen the cricket? We're in trouble. This could be all over." And then it was all over again thanks to another rain delay. So,
is Travis Head a cult hero?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, he's gone into cult hero.
The Mo, he's got
territory.
the signature century celebration. I think he's ticking boxes, and he goes at a good clip too.
Likes a party.
I think that's key in a Aussie cricket, a batter.
Yeah,
cult figure.
Yeah. And you've seen that photo of him sitting down after the World Cup.
I think that's probably when he really cemented cult figure status.
Yeah.
Did he have a beer in hand, or stubby in hand in that
at least
photo?
one.
Oh, he had you're right. I think the tourist is right. He had the guns up.
Yeah,
He was like,
right.
it was like, it looked like day 7, where he was like, haven't taken the kit off, did a bit of Brian Toto, and he was just like, going to keep the kit on the whole time. And he's good to watch. And as you said, Brooksy, up and about, covers up a lot of the issues in the top order. Seem to be a lot of top order issues. And again, we roll in, even though we probably, had the better of the test, if you look at it overall. A few issues still appearing at the top, and then we've come into that thing of, do we make changes? The change chat's come in again, similar to what it did after the Perth test.
The biggest thing for me was the 10th wicket stand from India, which stopped the follow-on.
Oh, yeah.
And then we had to bat, and then we just got rolled. It was just, it swung the momentum for Melbourne, I thought. Like, it was so much control in Australia's control going into that day. And it was like, well, once they get this wicket, they'll put them back in, chance for a victory. Instead, gives India a bit of a boost heading into a big test. Yeah. And they, remember, if it's tied, India retain the BGS.
They do, yes. The BGS, the Border Gavaskar. trophy. Well, we're going to enforce the follow-on. I couldn't tell you the last time I've actually seen that done in Test cricket.
Yeah, explaining that to the wife who's only just come, because we watch a lot of cricket in our house. Yeah,
That's a white flag. Just
Yeah. She took the story out of the diary straight away. She was like, right, none of that happening. Look, again, I think we were delicately poised going into the last test, right? But and we're right at that point. Now, Australia, did we make changes?
I don't think, apart from the forced ones, but I don't think so. When we spoke to Jared before that test, and there was a lot of pressure on Steve Smith, obviously not so much now because he's made runs, but Marnus before that, but then he came out and made runs, and he said that there's pressure, but they've got their spot in the team for the whole series, regardless of what sort of happens. So it was a glowing endorsement from the great man. G-Dub. Anyway, so Travis said, back-to-back man of the matches now for the South Aussie. And Brooksy, on your point, strike rate of 94 so far this series. So he doesn't muck around. 409 runs for the series at an average of just under 82. Steve Smith, he made a much-needed ton in the first innings. 101 did he make?
Yes.
What does that feel like? So you've made the ton.
You think it takes a bit of the gloss off it?
It takes a little bit of the shine off it. Does it not?
I don't think he was desperate for 100. I think he just clocked off. He was that bloke who's had a real tough time at work, and it's just ticked over at 5:01. And he's like, I'm out of here. No after work beers for me. See you later.
It's 17 months since his last century. That is a long time between drinks. Because then if you go through they brought up the graphic of the greatest run scorers of all time in Australia. He's obviously, I think he was third or something on the list. To then add in 17 months without a century to still be up that high, quite remarkable.
Been scoring runs in the shower, apparently. That's where, because, he bats everywhere, they say. His wife has said that before, right? That came out wrong.
That's what he puts in the diary. That's what he puts in the diary with the missus.
Yeah, but you watch him, and the energy that bloke exudes while he's out on the field, he scratches about before. He's very Rafael Nadal-like in the way that he fidgets, he turns, and Marnus is a bit the same. Actually, one of my favourite parts of the whole test was the Siraj-Marnus battle and the taking off of the bails. Did you guys see that?
The swapping of the bails.
It's just a bloke picking on someone with OCD, wasn't it? Like And
then Labuschagne got out pretty quickly after that, right?
Yeah.
And then you look at the second innings, right? McSweeney 4, Khawaja 8, Labuschagne 1, Marsh 2, Smith 4, who dropped down to 6 in that second innings. It's like he didn't want to go out there and ruin his average.
Yeah.
Like he wanted that 100 to be the last thing that he did with a bat in Brizzy. Gets out 5 balls. Siraj picks up Head and Smith late in that second innings. I don't know. It makes for an interesting Melbourne, particularly with what's going on. Because I think you look at it and the top 3 haven't batted very well. They're averaging under 20. But is it them or is it what we're seeing at the other end from Jasprit Bumrah? Like, this is one of the great performances from my recent memory of an overseas bowler coming over here. He's got like 21 wickets.
So here's a question, and I think I know which way the text line's probably going to go because we are a very patriotic country here. But who's been man of the series so far? Is it Travis Head or that man Bumrah? Who is it for you, Philpy?
It's a toss of the coin, isn't it? I mean,
you think it's been so hard to score runs across the first 3? You'd probably have to lean towards Travis Head, wouldn't you?
What does the betting say? Is there...
Oh, no, but like, what's the feel of it? Like, you're probably leaning towards Head because he's got 2 man of the matches, right? And he's got 2 tons. But this bowling performance from Bumrah, if he's not there, this is a totally different series. Don't you feel?
Yeah.
Like, this could be 3-0. But, sorry, the Indian batters did stand up in the first test. But it's been an unbelievable performance. He's wiped this. This is why we're talking about, or constantly talking about, the changes in Australia. It's because of Bumrah.
Yeah.
And what he's done with the top order. It's an amazing performance.
Well,
so you mentioned the trouble. So Usman Khawaja, 63 runs at an average of 12.6. Nathan McSweeney. Now you have to give a little bit of leeway for McSweeney, I would have thought. 72 runs at 14.4, and then Marnus 84 at 16.4. But he got that biggish total last week or in the second test. So what do they do, Philpy?
Yeah, well, you said already they're probably not going to make any changes, only Scotty Boland. And are we relying on the fact that it's MCG Boland? He comes back. What's his record at the G? It's incredible. He took, what did he take there? 8 wickets or...
Yeah, the 6 for 7.
6 for 7.
In that first.
Remember that? How good was it? In his first ever test. That was his first test for Australia, was it?
Yes. Yeah, down in Melbourne. And then he backed it up. Yeah, I think he had 9 wickets in Melbourne, 9 in Sydney to start his career.
Incredible.
He got, 7 for 55 against England in 2021. That was his match figures.
If Travis Head's the one you want to go have a beer with and party with, Scotty Boland seems like the most humble, just down to earth, good natured bloke. Whenever he gets interviewed, he's just so quietly spoken and just looks like an absolute ripper.
What, you're still here? Well, you can see more on the Joel and Fletch socials and catch us live on SEN Radio, you beautiful humans.